Inside this unassuming building in French Lick, Indiana, is the French Lick West Baden Museum. The museum tells the history of two amazing resort towns. As well as that of the Hagenbeck Wallace Circus, through the world's largest circus diorama. The museum starts with a replica of the West Baden Springs Arch and moves through a series of interesting galleries. The first thing that caught my attention was the limestone exhibit. Beneath all of southern Indiana is a large layer of limestone, as it was once an ancient ocean. It was quarried and cut to make homes, buildings, and bridges. But that was just the beginning. Skilled artists used it to make masterpieces. Check out this fish. And bananas. There are wonderful pictures and postcards from the past. And then there's the devil. Actually, it's not. It's Pluto, mythical god of the underworld. And this needs a little explaining. In a time before high-fat fast food, burrito supremes, and gas station big slurpy soft drinks, people were constipated. A lot. French Lick and West Baden sat on a gold mine of mineral water from springs deep inside the earth, and that helped people go when nature didn't. West Baden sold sprudel water from their mineral springs and had a cute gnome-like mascot called the Sprudel. Being competitors, French Lick had to have an even better mascot, something edgy. They chose Pluto, god of the underworld. The Pluto Corporation is still around today in the center of French Lick, across from the casino, by the way. But getting back to the story, Pluto started taking on more and more devilish features, like horns and a goatee, a devilish tail, one of his feet, a goat hoof, with a sword by his side. He was set to give people a devil of a colon cleansing. I don't even want to know what that horn was for. As crazy as it was, the marketing worked, and people bought Pluto water to improve digestion, clear their complexion, and all kinds of other things. The gallery is lined with Pluto water advertising. It put a lot of money in the cash register. In the early 1900s, French Lick and West Baden were the place to go if you were anyone. And to get there, you travel by the Monon Railroad. Many trains rolled into town each day with wealthy and famous passengers. And what a place it was! It had the biggest dome in the world, mineral springs to bathe in, and even a circus. Not to mention gambling. Lining the walls of the museum are souvenirs you would have brought back from your trip, much like Disney World. Here's a fun fact. Tomato juice was invented at French Lick in 1917 when they ran out of orange juice. And people the world over now enjoy it every day. There are many great local artifacts. Not to mention, French Lick's most famous athlete, Larry Bird, that grew up here. You know you've made it when your picture is on a Wheaties box, lunchbox. A children's book is written about you. And there's action figures. There's even a full-size cardboard picture of Larry in case you want to see how you measure up. And then, around the corner, the Hagenbeck Wallace Circus Gallery. There's all kinds of circus artifacts on the walls. But nothing can prepare you for the size of this immense circus diorama. This humongous diorama takes almost half of the museum. One entire wall houses just the circus train. Around the next corner is a multi-level display that shows how the circus would have looked as it traveled into town. The highlight of the exhibit is a huge display showing the circus tents. The attention to detail is absolutely breathtaking. There's a sideshow tent. A tent dining hall is here to feed the huge army of circus performers. Out back, a man practices with his horses. You can't help but look at this incredible detail and think of the years it took one man to create it. It is absolutely amazing in person. The French Lick West Baden Museum is open 10 to 4 every day but Sunday. Kids 5 and under are free with a parent or guardian. When visiting the area, it really should be the first place you go in order to appreciate the history of these two amazing towns. Don't miss out.